EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Milton now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will rule out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL. And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago. Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. To throw, it's Milton. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game. Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it? One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge. Herbert now. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trenton Simpson. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points. It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Top row, 65.
Here's Milton. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. Look at the big fella go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block and you've got to go to the right point, that didn't happen, ran into the kicker, the penalty flag had to come out.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the option right, Herbert trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Herbert. He'll try and do this himself. This ball down the field for Pitts. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are in positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
But you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Milton. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
It's 2nd and 8.
Herbert off the play action. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot. But it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. In motion, the tight end. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
39-yard line.
79 Broncos. Mustang Knight, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Pioneer, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
To throw is Milton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no run here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
70 Timber, Buffalo 18. Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
Milton. And it is caught. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. These two teams all tied after one.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the set.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A handoff. Here's Harvey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the Chargers, 1st down.
Zone read, a give to Hampton. Nifty move. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Broncos at 6 and 4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they have regained the lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
It certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
He's on his way. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Chargers are able to move back in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 5.
Broncos 16. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll empty the backfield. A 5-receiver set on 2nd and 3. Throw left side there, Schwartz with it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st and 10.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get it. Let's go.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, you can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 2.
Chargers 21.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Charger drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And the Chargers.
Here's Herbert. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And running with power here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Herbert. This is caught inside the 15. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
A final shot before break. Milton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert going to give to Hampton. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Now it's Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. He'll try and do this himself. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
For the Chargers field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Now Milton. A short throw to Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
18 reps, go.
Back to throw now on first down. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 30-yard line. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Here we go.
Back
Back to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos have retaken a third quarter lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 30, Chargers 27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
First down, Chargers.
On first down, it's Hampton. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 50, here's Herbert. Short throw caught by Pitts. But I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll try and do this himself. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Chargers.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A run once more with Hampton. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Try to run for it with Hampton. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And just shutting him off there. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Milton. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good. And that'll give them an 8-point lead here in the fourth. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Charger drive about to get going. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's the rookie from Clemson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A shotgun snap for Herbert. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! A big play there. 49 yards. And the Chargers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Broncos 38, Chargers 36.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football and a touchdown on this drive. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, it's Hampton. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Herbert now. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
This is 1st and 10.
A gain of 12.
Go.
And the Chargers 1st down.
off. It's Hampton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. The day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
First down, Los Angeles.
Give here to Hampton. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On the give, this is Hampton. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Go.
On third down, here's Hampton. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Makes the score Broncos 45, Chargers 39.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Well, they had one final chance on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So for the Broncos, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.